Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 22 of DND404. I'm your DM, Dan. Starting with Jared. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Wait, what'd you say?
Starting with
You're our DM what?
I'm your DM, Tony.
You said Dan.
You said Dan.
Did I say Dan?
Yeah. And then you said starting with Jared.
Wow. Did I? Call
You
my
wanna be
pants
me?
down.
I mean-
Identity theft is a real problem in America.
I say Dan. Holy shit.
Yes.
Wow. I guess I'm tripping over my D's. Or maybe because I'm looking at you guys. This camera in my face.
Oh, this is gonna be the best intro ever.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony. Welcome to episode 21. Guys, starting with Jared, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
What's going on, guys? Armos Vannon, Jared here, your friendly warlock.
Aha, my name is Dan, and I play Minas Pebblewalker, little Swarm Keeper Ranger, emphasis on the little Minotaur guy. Nailed it, first try.
And I am Alec, and I play Drell of the Ashborn, a Goliath fighter.
I need to keep it simple like Alec.
Gotta keep it on the
Yeah.
basics, bro.
Honestly.
Yeah, well, listen, before we get into the recap, we got to do the rundown. You know the biz. Everybody, how's it going? Hopefully everyone's had a great week. We left you guys on a mean, gargantuous cliffhanger, and we're about to see the final results of that, perhaps. You know, you guys are dealing with a giant sea serpent-like monster. What have you guys been thinking about all week as you're staring down this massive monstrosity?
The amount of tentacles is just too damn high.
That's not what I was ready for.
Yeah, no, dude, the amount of tentacles in this podcast right now, if it hasn't creeped out the listeners, at least just know it's creeped out us.
I mean,
I think it's keeping them around, to be honest.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm not implying anything about you guys. I'm sorry.
When I wrote this dungeon, especially this dungeon as of lately, when I wrote the campaign, most of the campaign is written in like a fever dream like state and lack of sleep. I got maybe about 3 hours of sleep a night, and this is where all this stuff comes up. But I think it's some of my best work. I think
So
it's
you're
some of
just
my
like,
best work.
oh, fuck, I've hit a, creative wall. Fuck it, I'm just going to give it tentacles. Tentacles, got to give it tentacles.
Listen, when in doubt,
Not
slap
enough
some tentacles on there.
I mean, let's see what you do with those tentacles, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I want to move on.
Charles on another level today. What's up, man? You want to slide a
Them
DM
tentacles
later?
do, bro.
And before we get into the recap, anything anybody want to plug real quick? I mean, we've been popping off in the Discord. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the support there.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can all say, right? February 23rd, we're doing our first Twitch live stream, so that'll be fucking dope.
Yeah, although this may come out after February 23rd. I don't know. This episode.
And we'll probably have some cool guests, by the way.
Ooh. We may or may not have had or have cool guests.
Oh, yeah, depending on when this airs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if this is aired after you fucking have missed the first one, make sure you try to catch the second one, all right? Or the third.
Or watch the clip, because we definitely saved the video.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
that too.
100%. All right, let's go ahead and get into the recap. In our last session, the heroes discovered the base of the tree that was centered in the middle of the temple. After examining it, they noticed that something vital was missing and could be the cause of the decay in the forest. After fighting the Merrow that was guarding the tree from the heroes traveled down one last cave before witnessing some shady dealings. After a strange exchange between a hooded elves and a slender Merrow, Armos took the initiative and blasted one of the hooded elves as they tried to escape and started the combat with the last Merrow. He advances, revealing himself as Gilfrow, and brandishes a strange-looking blood shard. Gilfrow promptly gets his ass whooped by the heroes and activates the strange crystal. After a few moments of calmness, erupting from beneath the water, a giant, fiendish sea serpent. Bard, roll that intro, and let's get on with the show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is D&D 404.
I don't like where I'm standing right now, I gotta say.
Then move, forehead.
Oh, true. Yeah, true.
To keep the episode moving a little bit, I'm going to give some soft timers. I won't be like, hey, you're getting close on time. I'm gonna like just try to like gently interrupt to let you guys know that like 2 minutes has passed.
You mean 2 minutes in game? Or 2 minutes? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, 2 minutes in game. I like it.
Does he have a rage timer? Is what I'm asking.
Dan's editing has a rage timer.
Only for you. Only for you.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
All right.
Do you have our old initiatives?
No, we're gonna roll new initiatives for this.
Oh, sick. All right.
Yeah. Gentlemen, before you is Gilfrow's new form. A huge sea serpent, dragon-esque like head erupts from the water, attached to a long, thick neck covered in green and orange serpent scales. Its bull-like nose flares as smoke bellows from its wide nostrils. Large orange webbed gills flap along the sides of its long, narrow face. A long, deep, dark blue spike extends from its snout. Cloudy, bloodshot red eyes and teal, dragon-like pupils stare sharp as it gazes down upon you. The rest of his body is beneath the water around you. The water in the room has now risen completely. Waterfalls are now coming cracked through the cave walls and starting to fill up the room, but not exponentially, just ever so slightly. The floor has cracked and erupted as he bursted through the floor during his transformation, causing more rocks to come up jagged and certain other parts of the room to collapse within itself. So the platforms that you see that you're currently standing on and may have landed is the only thing you could stand on without being completely free flow in the water. Currently in this situation, along with the sea serpent-like head that just came out of the water, are 4 large octopus-like tentacles thrashing and flailing about, slapping the walls, shaking the cavern room that you stand in. As it hits, rocks and pebbles start to fall around you. Whirlpools start to form in the waters beneath you. You guys quickly swim to get on some dry land. Just try to stay above the water. Currently, where you guys are placed, right in front of Gilfrow, is Drell standing on a platform that has bursted wide, almost like an arena, surrounding the neck of this sea serpent. All along this circular cave room are the tentacles, are 4 tentacles guarding each of the corners, flailing and slashing about. 50 feet away is Minas standing on a little plateau of dry land, and Armos has been flung back to where the entrance of this cave was, that is now rubble and just water coming in and rushing into the room. The initial entranceway that you guys took to get into this room has collapsed in on itself, and you currently don't see a way to get back from where you are. Armos, you're currently swimming in the water, holding onto a tiny rock that you can kind of sling your arm around so you're not floating in any which way. On left and right side of you, about 30 feet in both directions, are flailing octopus-like tentacles. Its neck is protruding about 40 feet into the room. Now, this sea serpent is so large that it looks kind of too small to actually fit in this room. So you don't think he's actually going to move anywhere because his head bursted through the cave floor to kind of fit in here. So with that being said, we're going to roll new initiatives.
I bet.
Oh, baby.
Gentlemen, let me know what you got.
Got an 11.
Wow, I have a special boss D20.
I got 15.
I rolled the wrong die I wanted to roll, and I got punished for it. I got a 7. I meant to roll my blue die. Damn it.
Minas tied with Gilfrow for initiative.
Yes.
Starting at round 20, Gilfrow's going to go ahead and take a lair action.
All right, wait. What's a fucking layer action?
So a lair action, I believe you had this mechanic once back in the Bugbear Cave. So, no, he had a legendary action, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you fight for first-time players out there, when you fight big bad guys, especially when they're on their home court, they get lair actions. Lair actions happen on initiative 20. And it's not something they do directly, but it's something that happens in the environment, usually benefiting them or just causing you some minor inconveniences. I use minor loosely here. So on round 20, The whirlpools I mentioned now start to pick up, and scattered throughout the room are different little whirlpools in open bodies of water. They're not on solid ground or anything like that, or covering solid ground. So scattered throughout the entire room, you see whirlpools that start to rush in. It's gonna go to the next initiative, Armos.
Oh, okay. Obviously, look around and see, like, I don't have a footing on anything. I'm just swimming with a rock. Is there anywhere that I could stand that's within swimming distance?
At front of you, between these two large tentacles that are slashing and flailing about, you can see some rocks that you can stand on. You can swim about 20 feet out, and you'll get onto like a giant boulder that's peeking out of the water.
Well, first I'm gonna swim and get to some solid ground.
So the rock you managed to find is like a giant boulder that's actually fell from the ceiling and kind of landed and it's made its sturdy place on the water, in the water there. So you're in between these two tentacles. So did you want to investigate to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oof. It's a 2.
It's a 2.
Wait. Perception, I get it. Hold up. It's a 3.
Woo! It's a 3. Unfortunately, with a 3, you don't get much. However, the bottom long side of it, just on one side, we'll call it the bottom side, do look like they're suction cups and look flesh. On the opposite side of the tentacles, do you have those scales that you see covering Gilfrow's sea serpent form in front of Drell?
So that's my turn.
Okay, so you get your composure as you're now on some sturdy ground, which is really good. We're gonna go to Drell's turn. Drell, staring into this sea serpent, he's looking straight at you as he lowers his head a bit and begins to snarl as drool begins to drip from his teeth.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Damn, I want to try to... So since it looks like he's kind of like stuck in the position he is, can I try to like move to the rocks behind him? Like on like the backside of his head, so it's like kind of harder to see me.
So the way he's positioned, he's not like stuck like he has free movement of his head, but given the size, his potential size underneath the water, you know that he can't swim around this room, but he could probably just turn his head the opposite way if you were trying to get behind him. You'll also get an attack of opportunity if you would do that.
Fuck. All right. Well, I'm just going to stand right in front of him. This just seems like such a bad idea. But
where you're positioned, you could, with how the way he's looking at you, it's kind of like he's looking at you eye level a little bit. So like if you were to swing your giant slayer at him, you could possibly reach him, like catch his chin or make an attack. You can also make a movement and try to slash at the base of its neck.
Yeah, then I want to try to move up to the rocks that are like closest to its neck and then try to just attack his neck then.
Yeah, go for it. So the rocks that you're standing on aren't necessarily rock. It looks more like rockish floor, like a bedrock.
That is a 26 to hit.
Wow. Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll for damage for me.
Okay,
first hit of the battle.
And then I take it this is a giant beast, right?
Yes, one would assume, yeah.
Okay, dope. That's gonna be 21 damage.
Ooh, great first hit. So
yeah, you know.
So on your turn, you brandish your giant slayer, you break for the closest possible spot where you think you can get the best attack. You're dodging some of the cracks in the floor to avoid from tripping. You get close, you run up to its neck. It goes to like turn its head as you go to swing for the neck with what, 21 points of damage?
Yeah, 21
points of damage. You actually do catch him in the jaw as he goes to try to keep eye contact with you as you make contact with his lower jaw, leaving a nasty gash across his chin, breaking some of the scales off his bottom maw. Awesome.
Oh, and then I want to yell up to him and I want to be like, so turning into giant beasts kind of seems like cheating, huh?
He gives you like a roar as he regains his composure. He goes, as more drool begins to drip from his mouth, but the drool actually looks green when he returns to you. Doesn't quite look like blood just yet. With that, we're gonna pass the initiative over to Minas. You win the tie, so it's gonna be you and then Gilfrow.
Oh baby. First thing Minus does is call to his friends, especially Armos. Armos, are you all right? Oh my God, Drell, Armos is dead. He's not responding to me.
He's what?
I think he's dead. Armos. Armos?
Mike's muted, bro.
I'm drowning.
Oh, thank God. All right, Drell, false alarm. All right, I don't know what to do, but I'm going to try attacking this tentacle.
So, for minutes from your position, you have a clear view on Gilfrow's giant, massive head, and it's kind of turned facing towards Drell in the opposite direction. But this tentacle is kind of standing in your way as it's moving and flailing about.
Yeah, so it would be hard for me to get across, right? But I could attack it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna take out my hand axes and just try and attack this tentacle.
So you're gonna make a disadvantage because yes, this tentacle is flailing at you, but it's not within melee range because it is about 10 feet away. But it has more than enough reach to get you. So as you're combating this, you're waiting for the right moment to kind of catch it as it's going to lash at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt a spell then. I could fairy fire the tentacle in front of me and the head, correct? Because that's 20 feet.
Oh, you try to target two things?
It's a 20-foot. Yeah, I'm trying to target two things within a 20-foot cube.
Oh, then yes, yeah, that could work.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pet Sid, and Sid's gonna charge up a little, and I'm going to attempt to cast fairy fire. All right, Sid, we gotta make this work. Attempt to fairy fire the tentacle right in front of me and the head that's 30 feet away from me next to Drell.
You see you're using him as an arcane focus, and he begins to glow the color you wish for Gilfrow to be highlighted with, as fairy fire indicates.
This time it would be yellow.
So the energy that's keeping him together is now glowing yellow as you're using him as an arcane focus to cast the spell. So you have to make a DC.
All right, you have to make a DC 11 saving throw. Dexterity, I think.
So that fails, but he's going to use one of his legendary resistances and pass it.
Oh, it's an automatic pass. It's not like a plus or anything.
So what legendary resistance is? He has X amount a day. Not gonna tell you how many he has just yet.
Yeah.
But what legendary resistance is that if he were fail a saving throw, he can choose to succeed it instead.
Is he highlighted or is he not highlighted?
He is not highlighted.
Does his tentacle make a separate one or no?
Oh, so we'll go ahead and roll again. He failed that. He's not gonna use a second legendary resistance there.
And that was on.
I believe he can only use one per turn.
That was on him or the tentacle?
We'll say it's on the tentacle.
Yeah, because that's closer, right?
Yeah. So as the tentacle begins to glow, you see a yellow outline begin to shine through the water as it veins and spreads out deep below the water, and you see it end about 10 to 15 feet down as you assume goes into the earth more. But after a few seconds, you see that there's a delay as another tentacle starts to glow, and then the third, and then the fourth, and then eventually its head. And there's about a 6-second delay on when the entire beast becomes highlighted. With that information, you know this thing's obviously connected, but with the length of time shows how massive it could be.
Wait, so the entire thing is casted in fairy fire now?
The entire thing's cast into fairy fire because it counted as two separate targets. Yeah.
Oh, so even the head now?
Correct.
Oh, that's clutch.
Wait, hold on. So the whole thing is
a big yellow mess now.
Big yellow mess.
All right, so for anyone that hasn't heard this before, any creature that's been highlighted, which is now just the whole BBEG, if you will, we have advantage on attack rolls against this creature.
Yay.
For how long?
Up to a minute.
So that is 10 rounds.
Is it concentrated or no?
Yeah.
It is concentration, yeah. So don't get knocked out, baby.
Don't break that shit, bro. Just
okay.
Squint your eyes and stare at it.
That's your action, right?
That was my full action, and I don't have any bonus actions I can use, so that ends my turn. But I pet Sid a little more and go, good job, buddy. All right, Drow, do your work. Armos, just get to safety, please.
It is now going to move to Gilfrow's turn.
Here we go.
Gilfrow's going to make a number of attacks here.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. Doesn't sound good, guys.
A new title to our episode. Oh fuck.
Starting from the head, he's going to growl and gnarl as the gnashing of teeth as he bites down and opens, and more green phlegm begins to build up as it drools onto the water below and some on the platform. Drell, you get this gnarly stench as the green liquid hits the ground around your feet.
Oh my god, bro, use a Tic Tac. Jesus Christ.
You know what? He begins to speak in a deep tongue. Yeah, I think I will. I think you look like the best Tic Tac here. Makes a bite attack at you. Goes to snap. Ooh, got a 7 on that. Lucky. So he
Fucking
snaps and
misses,
misses right next to you. You dodge out of the way.
Dumbass.
Menace, the tentacle in front of you between you and the massive head is going to lash at you.
Yep.
11.
Oh, it doesn't hit.
Ooh, misses as the tentacle slashes down from vertically onto your platform as you shake and try to keep your balance. The one behind you makes the same attack as it slams down onto your platform. Misses with a 6.
Thank goodness.
Armos, the tentacle to your right does a swipe horizontally.
Dramatic pause.
Oh, excuse me. This one's actually different. Go ahead and make me a dexterity check of a DC 10.
Easy.
Dexterity?
Yes, you have to beat a 10.
So I got 15.
Ooh, so this thing swipes from left to right as it makes a horizontal sweep, and you do this cool like jump motion to get over it, kind of like a sick, wet tentacle like jump rope. You land back on the rock with ease. You don't slip or fall or anything. He misses that attack. Drell, from behind you, another his fourth tentacle is gonna come and slam down on you. Natural 20.
Fucking misses.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
I don't like it
this.
either.
You see that blue die with the D&D symbol on it? That's the monster die.
Drell puckers his butt.
You take 8 points of damage as it lands just to the side of you, as the edge of the tentacle or one of his suction cups puckers onto your leg and slaps you down into the hard bedrock floor.
The soppingest wet noise just echoes through the entire cavern as Drell gets bitch slapped by this thing.
With that, it's going to go back up to round 20 for a lair action. All of his tentacles begin to lash and flail as all those attacks go off, trying to slap at you guys. Armos dodges, Menace dodges his. Drell gets hit in the back, but dodges a fearsome bite from the sea serpent. As they're attacking you guys, they're also hitting the walls around you. Everyone make me a DC 10 dexterity saving throw as stalactites start to fall from the ceiling bear
No whammies,
around
no
you.
whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no
Oh,
whammies.
mine fell in the corner. I gotta re-roll it. It's either an 18 or a 4.
What was the DC?
DC 10.
I'm gonna use an inspiration die to re-roll.
You got a 17.
Nat 20. All right.
So all these stalactites start to fall from the ceiling, crashing around you as you guys are bobbing and weaving, getting out of the way. As the craggy rock begins to split all around you, you're seeing cracks along the walls, and more water starts to break through. In the ceiling, you hear some rumblings, and more pebbles start to drop along with these stalactites. Everyone make me a quick perception check.
That's an 11 for Menace.
I got a 5.
I like the word craggy. I didn't realize.
Thesaurus.com, baby.
I know. I don't like craggy anymore. I got a 4.
Menace, you can't quite pinpoint where you heard this specific noise. However, you do hear some like light screeching from maybe an animal or something like that in the darkness in the ceiling above.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
It's not the fucking rock things that we just fought, is it?
He's like, all right, with that turn, it's Armos.
Oh yeah, with that, it's gonna go up to Armos' turn. Armos on the 15.
There's something above us.
So I think I'm just gonna fucking hit him with Eldritch Blast and I don't know, see what 10 feet knocks him back. See if it happens. All right,
Got beef, bro.
I got a nat 1. Okay, just kidding.
Oh no.
Did you get a
Wait,
nat
you
one?
did 2 rolls?
Oh, 2 rolls. Oh, thank God.
I was like, 2 nat
I was
ones?
like 2 not ones, bro.
All right, I got 17.
Oh, thank goodness.
17 hits. Go ahead.
That was on the main head, right?
Yeah.
You scared me.
Yeah, dude, shout out Dan for the fucking fairy fire.
Real quick, so when you saw the fairy fire light up all these things in a delayed fashion, all these tentacles are also targets. So
Yeah, and they're emitting light as well.
correct.
I got a 9 damage.
Do you shoot this bolt from your hand? Aim it. It hits him right in the snoot, right where the deep blue spike meets his wide nostrils. You hit him square in the nose, dealing 9 points of damage. His head flails back from the force of the Eldritch Blast, pushing him back 10 feet. But rather than him physically moving, his massive head just slams back into the cave wall behind him, leaving a massive dent as he shakes it off and regains his composure. And now he is gazing on you.
And a D4 of bludgeoning damage. Nice. I like it. I tried.
Yeah.
With that's going to go up to Drell's turn.
Wait.
Oh, did you have something else?
So I gulp because he's staring at me. So is there a way that I can move and just judging by the size of the tentacles that I would be out of their range and not in range of the, like, if I go closer towards the middle of the cavern?
So where you're standing now, you don't think that there's really anywhere you can go to hide from anything. You're kind of in a range of everything, but your specific situation, you got two tentacles that can kind of make attacks at you. You're not quite sure what their reach is, but you know that they can reach you. So the only way to get away from a tentacle would be to head towards Gilfrow's main head, but then you have to deal with his head. So you're always kind of dealing with something where you are.
If I have Reginald go do Hellish Rebuke, could he get up to his face?
Not from your position, no. He would have to, it'll probably take a full turn. Technically, how I worded the ability, he won't be able to, he's not in range. You could try to send him. You've never really sent him far away from you before.
Yeah.
As your patron.
Yeah.
So you definitely can't use it on his head or something like that. He's kind of also like clinging because he really hates the water around you.
Yeah. If I got closer, could I?
You definitely could attempt.
Or send him to me and then send him to
Okay, so I'll move closer. I'll try to jump to that rock.
Yeah, so you go ahead and jump to the next boulder that's in front of you. This looks like a piece of like a cliff that you saw earlier, just kind of sticking out and jutting out of the water.
How about for my bonus action, I have Reginald go to Drell. And then if Drell has an opportunity to throw Reginald up to the monster.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not using my action to throw fucking Reginald, bro.
Alright.
I have a giant fucking sword. I am not throwing Reginald.
No, it's fine.
I love the idea, though.
I'm trying to figure out a way to use them, and I'm just like really drawing a blank if I can't.
Just do a strength check to throw him at something.
Here's a little DM advice for Hellish Rebuke. Hellish Rebuke works best as a reaction, and I would personally, if I was a warlock, I would save Hellish Rebuke as such, and not use it as a main attack.
Oh yeah, if you get hit.
Yeah.
For this particular scenario,
we're gonna get hit a lot, is what he's saying.
Reginald is kind of like cowering in the collar of your cloak, and he's like, I need to try. It's fucking wet. It's too wet in here. I hate this. Chattering of his teeth. His ears are sopping wet as he looks like he can't keep them up. With that, we're gonna go to Minus's and Gilfrow's turn. Minus, go ahead and make your move.
Drell already went.
Wrong. So I just don't get to go.
Drell, go ahead and make your move.
All right.
We pass over to Drell's initiative. Drell.
So he's gonna look at Armos and say, "Welcome to the party, Armos." And he's gonna just run up and try to hit the guy in the chin again. And that is going to be a 22 to hit. Sorry.
Ooh, hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Your one without advantage hit higher.
17 damage.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to action surge, and that's going to be another 21 to hit. Oh my god, I'm rolling like ass on my damage die, but that's going to be another 19 damage.
Whoa, yeah, rolling like ass, by the way. You've done like over 50 points of damage to this thing already.
What?
Yeah, dude, he rolled 26 damage, 17 damage, 19 damage.
Yeah, feel free to help, guys. Out here doing it by myself.
Hey, yo, big boy fighters doing big boy fighter things.
Oh, yeah, just ignore my spell, Drell. Okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, actually, this is the reason I was able to hit on both of those, so it's fun.
With a 17 and 19. So As you go to attack, you go to attack his face as Armos jumps across after Eldritch blasting him. His attention quickly turns to Armos as you get him in the neck, as you slice more of its scales off, revealing a nasty gash. As he reacts and howls in pain, he looks back at you, and that's when you catch him again on your action surge, uppercut him with the sword, leaving another mark, knocking more scales off, now showing kind of his muscle tissue beneath his face.
And as I do that, Drill says, "Sup, bitch."
He just
Are we doing catchphrases now? I don't have one yet.
I'm trying to trademark it. It's a thing.
He looks down at Drell, rears his head as the hump of his neck kind of overshadows you, and he leans his head down and he goes, "Catchphrase."
Interesting. Anyways, guys, don't forget there's something above us. Minus is shaking a little.
Yeah, Armos and Drell, when he raises his neck like that, he reveals more of his mass as it rises from the water. Go ahead and make me a perception check, both of you.
19.
Yeah, same.
Something going on over there?
Dan Earmuffs, when he raises up and reveals more of his neck, in the center of his neck is that shard that you noticed before that he was wearing around his neck.
Fucking knew it.
Now in his body, glowing with a tealish blue, the same color as his eyes. As the inside, it's glowing red, but the heart of it is glowing this tealish blue, the same color as his pupils.
Is it just the same size, or does it somehow look enlarged?
It does not look enlarged, but it's about maybe like 2 feet in diameter.
Okay.
Like the size of it, it's like you could fit in the palm of your hand pretty well, but in comparison to the beast, it has not changed.
Is it
Okay.
on the front side, or is it on like behind his like wingedings ears? Whatever those are.
So long neck, flappy gills on the side of his face. So it's about 20 feet from his jaw, kind of in the center of his neck. But when he reared his head like that, it just exposed the glimmer there. Okay, we're gonna unmute Dan.
I'm gonna get that.
Welcome back, Dan. Welcome back, Minus.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh no, nothing at all.
It's gonna go to Minus's and Gilfrow's turn. Minus, take your initiative.
Sick. All right, so my axes are out. I don't even see what they're doing. I'm too focused on this tentacle, and I'm gonna just try slashing at this tentacle with just a regular roll because it's disadvantage canceled out with fairy fire. That definitely hits. 18 for the first hit.
Hits.
And that is... Jeez. 5 points of damage with the first axe. And then I'm going to try and hit again. That hits, as well as I come over with my bonus action to hit with my second strike. And, oh, baby, that is 10 points of damage.
Ooh.
And then my swarm is going to hit them again for another 6 points of damage. That's 21 total points of damage.
Wow. Go ahead and tell us how you did that.
So yeah, as it's swirling around, Minus does like a little tuck and roll, right? Almost like when you dodge out of a police car, and gets up.
It's like
and
the roll in Zelda, right? Like, like fucking.
You hear Minus go, yeah, and then as he rolls, he like gets one swing as it comes across his body. He gets up. It makes another swing down on it, and as he's pinning down the tentacle, the my little rock creatures make another attack, and that attack makes Gilfrow angry as it pulls back its tentacle from my grasp.
They start to slap the tentacle vigorously with crazy aggression. So this tentacle flails back. It looks very bloody from where you hit it. Deep cuts and gashes as it's bleeding this weird bluish color as it starts to flail about in place. But it doesn't look quite down just yet. But it's looking really messed up where you were attacking it. So now it's going to go to Gilfrow's turn. Gilfrow's going to go ahead and make his attacks again. So he's going to make the first one after getting hit by Drell. He's still focusing on Armos, so he's going to use his bonus action here. After being attacked by Drell, he's still pretty angry at Armos, so he turns and focuses his gaze at Armos. He uses a bonus action as his gaze pierces Armos, alerting him that he is now his main focus here. He gets a sense that he's about to be attacked, which he is. He's going to go ahead and make a bite attack with advantage. And that's a 15.
Are you wondering if that hits?
Yeah. Just horrible
The warlock.
Yes.
Okay, so first we're going to do damage here as he goes ahead and clips you. You take 9 points of damage as his teeth sink in. Gilfrow snaps in, turns his head sideways, and bites, holding you from your chest. Go ahead and make me a dexterity check with DC 10.
Oof. That is a 7.
He does not open his mouth, and he catches you inside and lifts his head back up while holding you in his mouth. You feel a burning sensation as his tooth gets you really bad on the side of your body. Feel like one of his teeth is possibly like through your stomach, piercing like maybe a rib, and he's holding you in place here. You are now grappled. You are considered grappled by Gilfrow in his mouth.
At this point, I'll use Hellish Rebuke for sure.
Yeah, go for it.
What a time. All right. I'm like obviously looking helpless, so Reginald gets a little pissed off. And I tell him, aim for the eyes.
You are gonna roar, and he scampers out from your shoulder, grabs onto one of his nose hairs, flings himself up onto his face, and tries to hug one of his eyes. You see the shift with his dragon pupil look at the bunny. Reginald gives him a little wink and combusts into flames. Gonna go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. Here's to beat a 13. Ooh. Wow, he actually rolled a 1, but he is going to use a legendary resistance and save on it, but he's still going to take half damage because you still take damage on a pass.
Well, that's still good, though.
Yeah. So all it does is that he just passes any failed save. Go ahead and roll for damage and then half it.
So 13 is the damage that I got.
Yeah, say it'll be 6 points of damage. Reginald combusts into flame while hugging one of his eyelids and takes 6 points of fire damage. Nice.
I'm still in his freaking mouth.
You're still in his mouth. He's going to go ahead and make the other attacks with his tentacles. So the starting from Minas, the one that you just attacked is going to go ahead and slam down on you.
Fun time.
He got 12.
Oh, misses.
Nice. The other one is going to go ahead. So the one you hurt slap down vertically. The one behind you is now going to swipe at you. Go ahead and make me a dexterity check. DC 10.
Saving throw?
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Barely pass.
Nice. So you dodge to the side as this thing hammers down onto your platform. You turn around, you hear the rumblings as this giant tentacle goes to take a swipe at you, and you kind of like do a handstand and dodge over it.
Yeah, my little rock creatures like almost make like a thing to lift me up, and I do a backflip over it.
The third tentacle is out of range of everybody because Armos is now in Gilfrow's mouth. The fourth tentacle is going to go ahead and make another swipe at Drell. Drell, go ahead and give me a DC. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw with a DC 10, please.
Dex, that's 19.
19. So
Okay.
you turn around as the reverberation of the cave starts to bounce off the walls as this giant, massive tentacle goes to swipe horizontally, just like it did at Minas, and you go ahead and you deflect it out of the way, dodging
So
it.
this is one of his attacks, right?
Correct.
Okay, then I want to riposte it.
Oh, go for it.
And I want to try to hit him. Oh, thank God for fairy fire, dude. That is a 19 to hit.
Oh, yep, that hits. So you notice that when you guys are attacking these tentacles, you're able to get a hit off easier, Drell, than you would against his head.
Mm-hmm.
So you notice that you have to finesse a little bit more to kind of get a shot off, but these tentacles are swinging blind, and you're able to just easily riposte it. It's an easier target.
Well, I hit it for 32 damage.
Gee, what?
Yeah, I rolled 2 8s plus my modifier of 4, and then I rolled double 6s on my 2 d6s.
Oh my!
I literally maxed out.
bro.
I maxed out the Great Slayer. Like I hit it for as much damage as I possibly. Oh wait, hold on. I burned a superiority die, so I get to add that too.
Yeah.
Oh, that is another 7, so 39 damage.
That is absurd.
I've done 9 so far this whole fight.
39 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. So as I'm gonna reenact what happened there.
I need to take a photo of this. This is actually fucking insane. I'll like
Please send it to the Discord. Well, our Discord first.
The tremors that this tentacle's making as it's lashing in your direction in a horizontal movement, trying to knock you off the platform, you quickly turn around and deflect it and riposte as you slash through the tentacle, and it splits, completely missing you, dealing 39 points of damage. The two pieces of this tentacle flail individually and crash into the water, laying flat. You completely obliterated this tentacle, and it is no longer moving.
And he whispers to himself, "Sup, bitch."
Menace writes 1 in his journal next to Drell's name.
Gilfrow growls in pain, but he does not let go of Armos in his maw. When he growls, Armos, you don't take any damage here, but you feel him clenching up as Drell split this tentacle in half, and you kind of yell more in pain as his teeth dig deeper into your body.
Ow.
Drell, is Armos okay? What's happening over there?
Probably not. Probably not. It's just a guess, but probably
Wow.
not.
Hold on one second. Let me add some of this stuff up real quick.
We need to get a sound effect of me going like, ah!
Yeah, well, we just got it.
Here I thought I made a tough encounter for you guys.
Bro, I literally just maxed out that because especially with it as a riposte, I add that superiority die, dude. That shit's fucking nuts.
Tony adds a 0 next to the HP. We've gotten a little lucky so far, but it might be.
Oh, it's dead?
No.
Oh, does it have another phase at this point?
No. It's not dead yet.
It's just a tentacle.
Okay. So now
But that tentacle is decapitated, right?
it's
So he
split
only
in
has-
half. So as it came to swing at you, you kind of put your sword up and it just sliced right through. So this thing split in half and it just crashed into the water. So it's going to go up to a lair action here. He begins to wail and flail about as he crashes into the walls again. Everyone give me a dexterity saving throw except Armos
Yes.
as stalactites fall down.
Fuck you guys. I'm in the safe place.
Fuck. It's a 4.
You know what's really ironic? I rolled just now the number I rolled when I used my inspiration die last time, so I failed.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so stalactite falls on Drell. Drell, you take 2 points of damage as this massive rock from the ceiling lands right next to you. It kind of hits you in the leg. Menace, you take 6 points of damage
Full 6, great.
as this thing crashes onto your back and shatters. Like the stalactite hits so hard that it just like breaks. We're gonna go to Armos' turn. Armos, you are currently grappled in this thing's mouth.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited. I've been waiting
You
all
feel
this time for it.
as you look around
Can you move your character to his mouth?
I hand drew him in there.
You're having a very hard time. He's got you kind of in his like 2 front teeth. You could easily fit in his mouth with no problem. It's just the way he caught you.
Oh, I'm so
You
ready.
look at your body and you notice that a couple of his teeth are piercing through you as you see blood kind of drip down the side of your chest here.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're gonna go and make me if you're gonna try to get yourself out, you're gonna go ahead and make me a strength check.
I want to cast before I do that. Can I do that?
Okay, so if you're trying to cast, what are you trying to cast right now?
Burning hands.
Oh.
So instead of getting out, you can cast that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you want to use your action to make burning hands? Sure.
I don't think we've seen you do this yet.
Oh, remember with the spiders?
Oh, we did, yeah.
I hold my hands, and fire starts spreading out in a cone in front of me. Reaches about 15 feet, and I'm assuming one of my hands is in his mouth, and I shoot it straight down his fucking throat.
There you go.
Okay.
So then a creature has to do a dexterity saving throw.
Given the fact that you're in its mouth, I'm just gonna go. He can't dodge it.
I was gonna say.
Right.
And to be honest, it would just be unfair to use a legendary resistance here because that physically doesn't make sense. So yeah, go ahead and roll for damage for me. I'll tell you what. Here's a great roll. If you what's the damage on it?
3d6.
If you do 9 points of damage or more, I'll let you go.
So we're gonna have to roll these one at a time. So suspense. Well, that's a 2.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Yes! Automatic
That's
win.
a 2.
Ooh, 10 points of damage as you stretch the hand that's already deep inside his throat. You grab his tongue and you blow fire from your palm as it gives him bad indigestion, and he spits you out as you fall onto the bedrock below, just a couple of feet from Drell. You did fall down, so you are prone, and you can use the rest of your turn to get up.
I didn't do a superhero landing. Oh, sad.
So with how badly he bit you,
Yeah, I know.
you look at your chest.
I was just joking. I wanted to be a cool guy.
I love how Menace is doing all these flips and then just gets destroyed by a fucking stalactite.
You're back flipping in the corner while these two are handling the. I'm gonna do good. Flip.
Speaking of which, my turn, right?
Menace, it's your initiative.
No, it is my turn.
Oh, Drell, it is your initiative.
I get it, dude. I've been doing a lot of damage. You're trying to skip me. It's cool. It's whatever.
What? I thought you just killed the tentacle and then it went to Armo.
No, that was a reaction to his attack.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a reaction? You're dead?
Yeah, dude. That was a reaction.
What?
Yeah.
That's even more insane.
Fighters are fucking broken, dude. I'm just saying. They just-
Yo. Okay, so first off, so Drell like literally sees Armos land just right next to him, and he goes, "Welcome to the party, bud. That was fucking sick." And he's gonna rally Armos, which is expending the superiority die to give him the temporary HP of like whatever I roll.
Sure.
And that's so Armos, you get +5 HP.
Ooh.
So you get +5 temporary hit points.
Dude, I'm taking anything at this point. Okay.
Reginald is still hanging on to Gilfrow's face. I don't know what that was, but I feel pretty rallied. I feel pretty moved right now.
Okay, cool. And then what I'm gonna do is, damn, I was gonna second wind, but that's also a bonus action. Fuck. Okay. Then I'll just go ahead and I'll just attack him. 19 to hit.
That hits.
Not as great. Only 11 damage that time. I guess if I move around to the other side of the rubble that I'm standing on, I can't hit any of the other tentacles, right? Or would I be able to hit the one in the corner?
You could use your full movement to move kind of around the bedrock that bends around his head. You can like kind of wait for the tentacle to like notice you, and as it's going to attack you, that's when you would take your opportunity there. So if you move 30 feet around the bedrock that's surrounding him, you can get into position from another tentacle and his head at the same time.
Okay, cool. That works.
All right, so you're going to use your movement as you kind of reposition yourself in between the head and another tentacle. With that, we're going to move to Menace's turn. Menace.
Yeah, me and my little rock creatures are all like rubbing our heads. And I get up.
So go ahead and make me a you're gonna make me a check to see if you hold concentration on fairy fire.
Oh, yes, of course. It's a DC 10
Oh, it's for any concentration?
because it's either half damage or 10.
So this is because you took damage from the stalactite?
Yes, and I'm concentrating on a spell, so this could be bad for us.
Yeah, don't fuck this up, bro. I rolled a 5 on my other roll, so I've only been able to do my damage because of your fucking spell.
Oh boy.
Come on, Dan.
Barely by 1 point past it.
You manage to keep your focus as you squint and wipe off the rubble on your familiars, help you dust off and kind of rub your cheeks, and as you maintain focus on this yellow hue surrounding Gilfrow.
That was actually one of the sweatier rolls I've had to make. So I get up, rub my head, like I said, and I'm just gonna get my one axe out. I'm kind of angry now, and I attack the one that's bloodied with my first axe. That's a nat 20.
Maybe.
Oh. So
Because of how badly damaged this thing already is, go ahead and finish it, because any damage you do is going to kill it.
all right, let me do my other stuff first then. I want to combine this with my bonus action. So I'll describe it after, if that's okay.
Sure.
I'm also going to use my bonus action to throw it at the other tentacle. And is that a regular attack thrown? Or is that still with disadvantage?
So no, that's a normal attack. Because you're
Awesome.
throwing it.
All
Yeah.
right. 19 to hit.
That hits.
9 points of damage.
Go ahead and roleplay that out for me, because a lot of things happened here.
So I get up with my little rock creatures rubbing our heads. Like, all right, let's finish this thing. I'm tired of this. I dodge another attack, and just as it dodges, I cut it in half. And as I spin around, throw the other axe as it gets. Hopefully, hoping it's okay if it just gets lodged into the other tentacle.
With a crit from before, yes, it gets lodged into the tentacle. Nice. Gilfrow is now, he's beginning to growl and roar and flail about. The tentacles that you just eliminated is now chopped, like the tip of it is chopped off. The other one is flailing from the axe being lodged into it. The other one that's split is still just laying there. And the one in the corner is trying to like snap at you guys, but it can't reach from the other end of the room as he's like desperately trying to reach over. Gilfrow shifted his head over Armos and now trying to reach towards Drell and Minas. So we're gonna go to Gilfrow's turn.
And just because I can, I move 5 feet over with my little creatures.
Okay.
Because I hit. I just want to use my ability.
Okay. Gonna use a legendary action.
Oh boy.
The tentacle that was split in half from Drell gets back up and you see all its muscle tissue begin to snap into place as it starts to connect to each other and begins to form back in a weird mesh mending, and you see a giant scar form down the tentacle as the one in the back starts to flail and becomes revitalized and back into the fight.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Fuck that.
That is a legendary action.
Oh.
That happens on your turn. So now he's gonna go for his actual turn. So the first thing he's gonna do is that he's looking at Drell, and he uses his bonus action to gaze into Drell. Drell turns around and he sees his piercing eyes, alerting him to his presence. He's gonna go ahead and make a bite on Drell. He's gonna have advantage.
Points at Armos.
That's a 19.
That hits.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw of a DC 10 for me as I roll your damage real quick.
Okay.
You take 9 points of damage as he snaps onto you. What's your DC?
Well, like, what did I roll?
Yeah, what did you roll?
And it's a dex, right?
Yes.
18.
Ooh, so he goes ahead and he bites. You manage to get out of the way as the giant mouth snaps down at you, but catches a piece of like your shoulder as blood spews into the air as he cracks through the armor of your shoulder pad.
Okay, well then I'm gonna reaction stone endurance.
Sure.
Let me roll a d12. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. So I reduced it by 3 damage, so it's only
6 points of damage. You take 6 points of damage. Yep.
Six.
So as he goes to bite, crashes, breaks your shoulder pad and crashes in. You flex really hard as your skin turns to stone, reducing some of the impact.
Yeah.
That was his bite attack. So the tentacle that just arose from being dead, revitalized with this weird stitching across its body now, goes to slap at Armos. 18. Gonna hammer down. That's a hit, dealing 8 points of damage as it crashes into you. At the one that Minas was attacking that has the axe, the hand axe lodged into it, he's gonna go ahead and make a swipe. Minas, go ahead and make me a dexterity check. Dexterity saving throw of DC 10.
Passed it.
Nice.
With flying colors.
You go ahead and invade out of the way as it goes to try to swipe and knock you off the platform. The other one is just still thrashing in the background. Can't quite reach you guys as the cave starts to shake. It's going to go up to the lair action as Gilfrow starts to flail around with his remaining tentacles. The whirlpools start to pick up again as various whirlpools are now more spread out. If you guys got knocked into the water at any point, you're confident that you're going to get sucked in.
Great thing I'm a strong swimmer, so.
Armos, we're going to go to your initiative as you brush off this nasty hit from one of the tentacles.
Can I see where that gem is from my current location?
From where you're standing, the gem is about maybe 10 feet above you.
Nice.
In the center of its neck.
All right. I want to Eldritch Blast that thing.
Sure, roll a hit.
That's a 14.
You just miss it as it.
That with advantage?
Son of a bitch.
Oh, was it with advantage?
Oh, it wasn't. Still got advantage.
Aha.
Ooh, 20. So that's a dirty 20.
Ooh, a dirty 20. So you go ahead and hit this. Do damage for me.
I'm really glad I did that at the beginning.
Yeah, dude. As soon as it runs out, just do it again.
I can try.
So that is 8.
You deal 8 points of damage to Eldritch Blast, shoots from your palm into the shard. He reacts as he screams in pain. Drell and Armos, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck. It's a 9.
Oh,
Oh, saving throw? No, it's still a 9.
I got a 7.
7.
Oh no.
It's not good.
As you shoot this Eldritch Blast into this shard that is socketed into his neck, a brilliant bright light shines out in a cone from his neck, extending all the way to you two, blinding you as this bright light makes you shield your eyes. You are blinded for 1 round.
Fuck, no way.
A blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability checks that require sight. Attack rolls against creatures have advantage, and the creature attack rolls have disadvantage. So you're essentially fighting based off memory right now if you would go to attack or with anything here.
Okay.
So you'll have to roll with disadvantage. Fairy Fire does cancel that out.
You guys are gonna hate this.
Obvious to see.
Yeah, if the attacker can see it.
Okay, so if you're gonna try to attack Gilfrow while blinded, it's gonna have disadvantage here, and Fairy Fire is not gonna have an effect. But you're only blinded for 1 turn. It could have been way worse.
The second you said blinded, I was like, God damn it.
Well, joke's on you. Drell's actually wearing sunglasses, so no. All right,
Drell, take your initiative.
Yeah. So what I will do is yell out to Armos, and I'll just say, "Don't worry, man. We'll get out of here somehow." And I guess that counts as another rally. And okay, there you go. So that's 8 HP back to Armos.
Thank fucking goodness.
That's the most I could give him. And then with my action, I want to take the very last sip of the thing Gibby. His name was Gibby, right?
Yep.
I forget his name.
Ghibli.
Ghibli.
Yeah, Ghibli. I want to take the very last sip of the vial Ghibli gave us.
You go ahead and drink it. It does not cure the blindness, but you still gain the benefits of a long rest.
Well, I just really needed the HP and my superiority die back, so that's
Hey, listen, hey, go for it. I gave you a really good item, so
really needed the HP. All right, yeah. So yeah, there we go, and that'll be my turn. Oh, and then I try to want to. Oh fuck, I'm still blind. Okay, then I guess I'll just stay still, because I would rather stay where I am.
So you pass your turn over to Minas. Minas, take the initiative.
When this tentacle got slain, did it fall in a way that I can cross easily over it? Basically, I want to move closer to the creature across the water.
Yeah, so the platform that you're standing on, that you've been the whole time, and where the bedrock platform is about 15 to 20 feet. So you're gonna have to make a dexterity check here, acrobatics check, just to make sure you don't fall into the water, because you're gonna be hopping from rock to rock. So before you make your movement, go ahead and make me acrobatics check
Yeah.
of DC 10.
10.
You manage to cross this body of water, hopping from rock to rock as you're almost
God.
slipping to get there. You are now face to face with Gilfrow along with your blinded buddies.
Hell yes. All right, I'm gonna stick my javelin into it.
Are you attacking the shard?
Yeah, I'm gonna not do that. I'm just gonna attack him. I get to reroll it. All right, I was hoping to crit, but I got a like a 26.
Let me just refer to my notes here. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. Oh, baby. And that's 13 points of damage. And I'm going to use my swarm to hit him for an extra 19 points of damage.
Wow.
Oh, but I got to do another roll, which is an extra 4 points of damage because it was a melee attack with the javelin based on my abilities. So that is 21 points of damage.
Nice. So as you go ahead, you hop over to the platform right in front of him, and you start stabbing into Gilfrow's neck and head, catching him in the jaw, catching him in the neck.
It's gonna be okay, guys. I'm just like.
Your rock sprites jump up and run across the javelin as they start slapping a little bit on his wounded scales that Drell broke off when he caught him in the jaw. As he starts to wiggle while in pain, he starts to roar again, and he gets ready as he rears his head back, starts charging up for something as you're starting to hit him.
Okay.
After you hit him, he rears his head back as more of this green drool drips down. He's looking very messed up.
Okay.
As there is now cuts and cracks in his scales, and one of his eyes even looks a little black and blue.
Is it the one Reginald got? Probably the one Reginald got.
Probably the one Reginald. Reginald is like, as you guys are attacking and beating him up, Reginald is holding up for his dear life on his face, like, I need to get out of here. I don't know what to go. I ain't going to the water.
He's still on the face. I wasn't even thinking
He's
about
like
that.
flailing around. It's now going to go to Gilfrow's initiative. Gilfrow is going to opens his mouth and spurs out this green gassy liquid onto the three of you. I need all three of you to make me a Constitution saving throw of a DC 12.
Thank goodness.
Does this, so because it's a con, do I still roll with disadvantage?
This is just a saving throw, so no.
I got a 19.
Oh, it's so fucking bad.
I also rolled.
I got an 8.
You got an 8? Okay. What did you get,
4 for Menace. Is this
This is
elemental
a-
damage, or is this just like...
This is a type of element. So this is a cone of green gas and liquid. You guys take 10 points of poison damage, and you guys are now poisoned. As you start to feel green around the gills, your cheeks become flushed, and your stomach starts to rumble. We'll see what that does next turn, but you feel very uneasy and queasy as inside of you starts to feel a little hot, especially in your tummy and around your lungs. You two are now poisoned, and you take 10 points of damage. Armos, you take 5 points of damage.
I would like to use absorb elements.
Yeah, I want to use a reaction too.
So you're going to use a reaction spell here. So that means you're going to break concentration on fairy
Nope,
fire.
it's not concentration. It's one reaction. When you take acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, the spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for... I might not be able to do this anyways. Is poison damage different from acid?
It's a very good question, Cotton.
I'll allow it.
Cool. That works for us.
You know, I might get some people adding me, but I'll allow it because it's like a breath weapon. Yeah.
Guys, don't add them anymore. It's cool.
Yeah. I'll say poison is an element in regarding to magic because it was a breath weapon.
All right, sick. All right, appreciate it. So basically, as it shot this damage, I used a reaction to become resistant the second he did it. So the spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for the next melee attack. You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes an extra 1d6 damage of the triggering type and the spell ends. So I take 5 damage. That doesn't counteract the poison though, unfortunately.
Now go ahead and make me a concentration check.
Yeah, now that I've been hit. Oh, nailed it. Fucking nailed it.
Nice. So you maintain concentration on fairy fire. All right. Now we're going to move over to Drell. Drell, you're going to use a reaction on this?
Yeah, I'm using Stone's Endurance
yeah.
to reduce the damage. Oh my god, dude, that is another one on this D12. So it's only reduces it by 3, so it's what, 7 damage?
7 points of damage, and you are poisoned. So Gilfrow is now going to attack with his 2 tentacles from behind. One is going to go to Armos as it hammers down. Misses with a 9.
Woo.
The other one is going to go after Drell. That is a 15. I believe that misses.
That misses, and I'm gonna burn a superiority die to repose his ass.
Sick.
Okay. And I still roll with advantage, right?
Correct.
That's a nat fucking 20, dude.
Oh.
That's a nat. All right.
Fairy
Hold on.
fire.
This is gonna take a second. Oh god. I only get to roll the superiority die once though, right? Okay. So that's gonna be. Oh my god. Oh my god, hold on.
Oh man.
So if I double the damage, it's 62 damage.
How much damage?
62.
Ooh, you do 62 points of damage as you slash and cut this tentacle in half as you riposte it from its thrashing attack. It splits in half, but the other way, the tip of the tentacle falls off and crashes into the ground. Gilfrow lets out a terrible roar as it screams in pain as more of blue blood drips into the water, and more of this green liquid that he sprayed you with also droops out of his mouth. It looks like he can't quite control the fluids that's flowing right now. The water around you was like this murky, is now this murky green as the water is becoming more corrupted just from all the juices and all the gore and all the beatings that you were laying down on this beast.
I think it's funny. I've done under 20 damage to this thing, and you.
Are you putting our names next to the damage? Because I know you count up, right?
No, I don't actually.
Yeah, it is laughable how much damage I've done to this thing.
So it is going to pass on his turn, looking really messed up. Another tentacle is out. It's going to go up to a lair action. He's going to flail again with his remaining tentacles and head as stalactites begin to fall from the ceiling. Everyone make me a dexterity check of a DC 10 to dodge these falling stalactites.
Oh god.
Boy.
Oh, fuck.
I got a 2.
Are you
I got a 13.
Oh, wait.
kidding me?
I got a 2.
That's a 9.
A 9. Stalactites fall all around you. Drell goes ahead and knocks him out of the way with the sword. Doesn't even move. Armos, you got a stalactite that falls and breaks on your back. As same goes for you, Minas. Both of you take 5 points of damage as a stalactite falls onto you. Minas, go ahead and make me a concentration check.
Yep. Nailed it.
Nice. You are focusing and
Thank
determined.
God. The most determined Minotaur you've ever seen. Every time it gets hit, he just keeps pointing. It's like Sid, you're still concentrating. Sid's like the one concentrating for him.
So Sid is currently glowing because he's your arcane focus, this brilliant yellow that is casted around Gilfrow. And every time you take damage, that light dims, and when you pass that check, comes back and glows again. And the hue around Gilfrow vibrates with it as Sid loses focus for just a second, but manages to continue glowing due to your will and determination. It's gonna go to Armos' turn. Armos, you are no longer blinded.
Yay.
You regain your composure. You see the bloody carnage that is around you. You stand before Gilfrow. Take your initiative.
I'm gonna try to shoot the gem again. So I'm gonna wind up, shoot Eldritch Blast at it. But knowing what I did before, right when I throw my skill, I'm gonna turn around so that I hopefully don't get blinded. And then I'm hoping that like when he gets knocked backwards, that he hopefully hits the ceiling with his head. Maybe has something fall on him. I got a 13, which I don't think hits.
That misses.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I find Drell and use him as cover.
Okay. You try to hide behind Drell. You're not going to get much cover here because
It's
you
from
can be
everywhere.
attacked from all angles, but
Armos, what are you doing?
No, you're
There's
fine.
literally
You're fine. You're fine.
tentacles behind us, bro.
You're fine. You're good.
Like, what are you hiding from?
Drell, take your initiative.
So that's a 21 to hit. So that is 20 more damage. And then I'm going to action surge. Try to fucking... So I hit him up. So I assume what's going on is since he's like above us, I'm kind of just swiping at like his lower chin / like neck area. So yeah, I'm kind of just going to town trying to fuck him up. And that's going to be 21 to hit again.
That hits.
Nice. Dude, shout out Fairy Fire. You guys have no idea how much it's saving my ass right now.
Oh,
baby.
This is not good. That is only 9 damage.
Drell,
So,
finish him.
oh fuck yeah, dude. So like I said, I'm just like swiping back and forth, and then as I'm like cutting, I just see like a giant slash or like a giant hole like in the bottom of his neck, I guess, or like under his chin. I kind of just take the giant slayer and I just fucking try to jump up and just like pierce it through. and the blade goes through the bottom of his mouth up into like the roof of his mouth and then like into his face. And then like and then I like drop down without the sword, and then his whole head comes like crashing down into the water with my blade in his face. And like that's how it comes.
Drell slashes down with his final attack through the skull of Gilfrow, lets out one final terrible roar as it echoes throughout the cave in every direction. Water begins to crush and maul the rocks around you as more stalactites begin to fall as you guys start to dodge out of the way and evade the attacks from the flailing tentacles as they're just wildly thrashing about. The racket could be heard throughout the entire cave system, and you hear it echo down the cave behind Gilfrow. The way you came in reverbs as more rocks begin to fall out of the way, and he finally, in his last breath, lets out a terrible groan as he falls in front of you in between Armos and Drell, and his tongue rolls and falls out onto the rock and water. Reginald climbs onto Armos' shoulder, goes, "Oh, you're welcome."
Way to go, buddy, and I fist bump him.
He fist bumps you back. Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta, bring in people from the other world to do dirty work, but it's all right. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, did you guys just didn't see what I did?
I burned him.
Menace, without breaking eye contact of the monster, just writes down 3 more points next to Drell's name. Just wide-eyed, like mouth open.
You guys now see this giant slain beast. The water has calmed, all the whirlpools are gone, and the water has sunk in a little bit, but has not moved from its current location. It's still very rocky and very watery, but you guys are on the bedrock that surround him where his head lies. His tongue is leaning out. You see a glimmer from his neck where the shard was, as it still glows that brilliant bright light that blinded you, but it's not so bright where it's blinding you now, but it's kind of like you're looking into a really bright lamp, and that is still shining, and in the center you still see this tealish energy in this red large crystal. What are you guys doing?
Well, first I gotta go get Giant Slayer. Also like to think like as I'm like pulling it out of like the bottom of the chin, like one of its teeth get caught on it and it just adds it to the back of the blade.
Okay.
Just like another one. And then I guess Drell's gonna ask Armos, so what, are we gonna try to pull this crystal out of its neck, or like what do you guys want to do with it?
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
assume this is a blood shard, right?
What shape is it?
So who's doing what?
Well, we're gonna cut it out, but can we tell what shape it is before we do anything?
From where you're standing, it looks like a really elongated shard, bigger than the ones you've seen, but it doesn't quite look like a blood shard. But the bright light where you guys are standing kind of cover its appearance. So you guys are still standing about 15 feet away from it, from like where it is in the neck, from the head of the beast.
I guess I'll walk up and try to like pry it out with the Giant Slayer.
As he does that, Menace runs up to Armos and gives him a huge hug. Armos, I thought you were dead. Oh, I'm so glad you're okay.
I wince because I'm very close to being dead.
Oh, sorry. I'm patting him, and all my rock babies are like patting him as well.
I give him a fist bump as well.
Boom.
You gotta explode it.
Yeah, don't worry, Menace. I'm fine. It's whatever. I'm like saying that as I'm like have my foot on the neck, and I'm like using the sword to like wedge the thing out of its neck.
Gotta be honest, Drell, I wasn't too worried about you during this fight. You kind of killed it.
Drell, when you walk over to the part of the neck and you start cutting this out, this shard is pretty big. It's about 1.5 feet exactly, and the closer you get to, its brilliant light begins to fade a bit as you remove it from the beast. When you remove it, the beast begins to melt and decay into this red, bluish, greenish goop and begins to melt onto the floor. It's very sticky as it catches the ankles of your boots and begins to fall down into the water. As the monster melts along with the tentacles, the water that was in the cave now flow through the holes that it originally bursted from, returning the cave to its natural state when you came in, but the ground is still cracked and cragged from Gilfrow bursting out of it.
Is the entrance still closed?
So when you look at the entrance, you see that a lot of the rocks have fallen and cleared the way, that from your position, you could probably walk back the way you came because the water carried away the rubble. The other cave that you guys saw these hooded elves from is now open as a lot of the water begins to rush down there too. But the bulk of the water that was really giving you all this rough terrain falls into the giant holes where the tentacles and Gilfrow erupted from. The shard that you're holding, it's a clear crystalline shape, like a jagged rock. It fits into your palm comfortably, wide in the center, and comes to a sharp point at both ends. It fits neatly into your hands and will be comfortable as if you use it as a weapon, like a dagger to stab somebody. If you were to fully grasp it, it's just big enough so the edges of the shards peek out of both sides of your hand. Around the center is this bluish metal ring that circles around it like magic. There's nothing holding it. It's bounded kind of like a pylon. When you try to move the ring from the center, it does not budge, and it is socketed into position. Some force is holding it here. The opacity and clearness of the shard is noteworthy because if it was empty, you could probably see right through it. But what's in it is this bluish tealish color. It is slightly red around the crystals and the shard's crystal-like edges, very faintly, but in the center has this blue energy that swirls around, not in a perfect orb, but it looks like it's constantly breaking apart from each other and then going back into a ball, as if the shard itself is constricting the energy to keep it in the center.
So does this match the shape of the hole in the tree at the top, where it looked like it was missing something?
So yes, this looks like it belongs somewhere, and you recall back to the tree that it has a similar shape where this shard could lie.
What you got there, Drill?
I don't know. It looks like a rock.
Oh, hey, that looks like it could fit in that hole we saw back there. Don't you think, guys?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, the tree. Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart.
As you guys are looking into it, you look down into the hole, and you see that it goes pretty far down, about 30 feet. On one of the ledges that you think you can like peer over is a leather just sitting there. It was what the hooded elves were trying to give to Gilfrow as you guys walked in.
So we pick it up and look inside.
It's a mimic, look out. I'm kidding.
If I get bit again, I'm so sick and tired of getting bit.
Looking at this small leather chest, it's about the size of like a nice shoebox. The craftsmanship of the chest looks different than any of the ones you've really seen before. This one looks like it has an elven craftsmanship to it. As you look at it, you also see a nudge every so often. It starts to shake in your hands like a vibration. It's not that you don't think it's the chest that's shaking, but something inside the chest that is shaking. On the chest are latches holding the chest shut so it doesn't burst open from the movement inside. There's a total of 4 latches, 2 on the front and 1 on either side. It is not locked. It looks like a clip latch.
Real quick, Drill second wins.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I think we need to take a long rest before we look in this thing.
Right here in the cave.
Yeah.
Let's slice open this beast and sleep in its guts, okay?
No, the beast got bath bombed. It's out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the beast is nowhere to be found.
Right.
It is gone.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just open it.
We could.
Yeah.
You want to? Should we do it?
Yeah, open it, Ormos. Drill steps a foot away from the box. Like, he just steps back really quick.
All right.
Yeah, I'm peering around Armos' waist now.
I slowly open the box and prepared for whatever's about to happen.
You unclip the latches on front of the chest. It shakes one more time as the top bursts open. Inside are 2 objects. You see this metal flask that's about the size of like a potion bottle shake so often. Without you holding it down, it goes about a couple inches in the air, but it doesn't have any particular pattern to it. The flask shakes violently, but shakes in place, but it jumps up in the air. The flask itself looks to be casted from solid iron. On the front has an etched face molded into the design, and on the back, the bottle are etched words written in an unfamiliar language. The cap is a cork that has a lock mechanism keeping the cork tightly into the bottle. The mechanism suggests that if you were to open it, it would stay connected to the lock mechanism. The cork would stay to the lock. The cap is held down by steel latches. The other object is a bag. And as the bottle begins, this iron bottle shakes, you hear some jingling from the bag, like crystals. On the lid of the chest that bursted open is an etched sigil. The sigil is a picture of a mountain with a sun above it.
Do I know this sigil?
Make me an insight check as you are looking into this box.
19.
So Reginald and Drell, Reginald's eyes begin to narrow as it looks into the bottle. Drell, you feel an immense evil within that flask. You get a really bad feeling in your gut. Has some bad juju.
Guys, I would not open that vial. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. I'm man, I got the chills. It does not seem like there's something good in that bottle.
Okay, so on the back is an etched face. It looks like a drawing. You don't recognize what the face could be, but you're assuming it's, given the craftsmanship of the bottle, it could possibly be etched after maybe the creator of it. It looks like it has that worshipy vibe to it. Like a lot of work has gone into this bottle. So above it, you also see an unfamiliar language written across it. So what are you doing? Are you still investigating this flask?
So there was a bag that was with it, and we look inside. We haven't looked inside yet, right?
When you open the bag, it is a bag full of blood shards.
Fuck yes! Give me them blood shards.
Is it our bag?
It is not your bag.
How many? I'm counting. I'm shuffling through.
That's a lot more than we had before.
There are 17 blood shards in the bag. Make me an insight check.
It's a 10.
You remember in the beginning of the fight with Gilfrow, before he transformed into the beast, he was messing around with the shard that you're holding. He broke your mace, and you saw a blue energy shift from that mace shard to the gem you are holding. That gem color is the same consistency of color as the shards in that bag. The other shards that you've been holding have not been as dark of red.
We have this, and I point to Drell's hand. We have this. Do we put it back? It seems obviously pretty powerful, and to just leave it here seems...
Well, if it's healing the forest, then I think we return it. I don't think we take it with us.
But what if someone like this guy gets it again?
I mean, Kara is protecting the forest, but I mean...
But that's what I was going to say. Should we return it to Kara?
I don't know. What do you think, Miss?
I think we need to put it back and let Kara know. She'll probably be able to talk to the Kuatoas and get some heavier protection around this shrine, and hopefully some new warriors as well.
I shoot Menace a look. Like what, Ghibli?
Dude, those other Kuatoas messed us up.
In a distant vision, there is a lowly Koatoa boy looking at the ribbon that Armos gave him, replaying a visage of his mother.
Oh, fun
And
fact.
he plays back his favorite memory of him getting a home run, looking at his mother as she's staring and cheering and crying in happiness for getting his first home run, as he runs the bases in glee, winning the game.
I love that vision, but so if I ever cast in Code Thought, that strand goes away.
Wait, every time you cast in Code Thought, the previous one goes away?
Supposedly, that's how the spell works. We don't have to do it that way.
I don't think my heart could handle that, so we're gonna ignore that for now.
He's just watching it one day and all of a sudden just dissipates. That shit would be so funny, dude.
We're gonna cross that bridge another time.
So I read it after when Drell made the point about the waterfalls, and I was like, oh shit, I just accidentally took that away from him to point fun at Drell Oh man. Anyways, we'll just leave that part
Moving
out.
on. We'll leave that part out.
We'll leave that part out.
Yeah.
Pick it up from the vision.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's not.
Okay, so I guess
let's recap. So you're looking at this tunnel where the elves were, but the way you came in after the water drain kind of cleared the rubble in the way. You could walk back out to the tree room. Are you looking at the cave? Are you guys taking a look at it? What are you guys doing? You guys headed back?
Does it seem like there's a way out the other way where the elves went?
absolutely. You know that leads to that
'Cause I don't wanna
asteroid. You know that, or the crater where the elf city used to be. You know exactly where that goes.
Because I don't want to go back through the cave.
Are you guys looking at the cave?
All right, I'm going. I'm looking. I'd rolled a nat 20. Fucking no joke. Look.
Did you really?
Yeah, look.
So this would have been an insight check. Armos, you're looking at this cave. As you stand in the mouth of the cave, your dark vision kicks in, and it extends for a while. You do not see the other end of this tunnel, but what you do know is that it descends downwards. On the left side of the cave wall, if you hug the wall, is dry land, and on the right side is rushing water. From the rushing water, you can tell that it splits into the earth and begins to gently sway in motion from left to right as it cuts through the dirt. The air is musty and dingy and dark as the breeze blows through your horns and your black hair and through your coat. You get a moment of clarity as this cave obviously, as you know, this cave obviously leads deeper. But the air that meets you is not the same air as the rest of this cave. You know, now realizing what stands before you, this cave system that you could possibly go down is not the same cave system that you are from. You know without a doubt, with a natural 20, that this leads into the Underdark. And to your knowledge, the Underdark is a whole other plane of existence in the material realm that almost mimics the world above. The Underdark contains vast civilizations, its own races, its own cultures, politics. The Underdark is legend to go deeper than the sea. It is vast and it is in a whole nother world. Things of legend and fiendish creatures live down there. You know that those elves were in fact drow elves. Drow elves are one of the dominating races and faction in the Underdark. They are the closest race that lives to the surface, but does not cross it, as they prefer the cool Underdark environment.
And this is not an exit, but an entrance into another
World.
place.
Yeah. So I relay all that information to Drell and Menace.
All right, we do not have time for that. I think it's time to go back to the tree. I pick up my hand axe, kind of brush myself off, really take a breather, and kind of hobble out of the cave, very hurt.
Can I look around to see, like, before we leave, like, if there's any other place that, like, our blood shards could have been? Because, like, this is, like, where we were supposed to go, right? Or, like, where everything was supposed to be turned in?
You noticed that where you came in, you saw those dead Koatoa bodies. One of them resurfaces, and it's from the clan that attacked you and jumped you. They have that spiked bone necklace. As you search its bloated body that's been covered in water, it has not been, circulating. Its gills have stopped working some time ago. Begins to stink, and it has rotting flesh. You find your bag that contained the blood shards from before, but the blood shards are not in it. You find Duncan's pouch.
So let's just put these blood shards in the bag Duncan gave us, because that's like
guys, it's Duncan's bag. Look. Hey.
Look, no harm, no foul.
I know
We
this
put him
bag.
in here. We take it back. We take it to where he wants us to.
How many were there? What were there, 9?
Yeah.
11?
You know what? Throw in an extra one. Just make sure.
All right, give me put 11 in here, and I hold out the bag.
So, okay.
I'll carry Duncan's bag, and Armos, you can carry the rest of the shards.
So wait, how many is that?
You
So
have
you have 6.
So you should have 6, and he has 7.
What if we take one of the shards and smash it and see what that thing does?
No fucking shot, bro. Did you just see what that guy did?
Let's do that later, Armos. I want to get home.
That guy literally became a fucking giant
I
octopus,
swear to
bro.
Melora, Armos.
There's a mystery here, and I need to solve it.
Well, you can do it. You know what? Drell tries to grab the other 6 fucking blood shards from Armos.
I shoot him a look and put my back towards him. Okay, all right. So we go back up.
Okay. You guys make it to the room before where the giant tree is on the obsidian pedestal. The tree that is protruding out of the temple. Who is putting the shard in the tree?
I will, because I still have it, right?
I was about to say, it ain't gonna be my ass breaking blood shards.
Yeah, we made Armos go skip across the water in that fog to get the other one. So, yeah, I'll go up and I'll put it away.
Minus is watching a little sad because he kind of wanted to do it, but let's Drill do it. He just kind of like kicks a rock.
Whoa, Sid gets mad.
Drill also, Sid also kicks rocks.
There you go.
Emanates. He's feeling the same emotion that Minas is. Drell, as you approach the tree, the shard begins to pulsate its bright light that it did before in your hand. The closer you get to the tree, you feel a sense of warmness from the crystal and a force from the tree as you are certain that it belongs here. It fills you with calmness, and any pent-up aggression that you may have had from the fight that just unfolded, it is now gone as you feel at ease here. You place the crystal back into the tree, and the crystal begins to glow that brilliant bright light it did when Armos struck the crystal when it was in the beast, but it does not blind you. As a matter of fact, it welcomes you. The energy is released through the shard back into the tree as you start to see all around you the roots start to become alive with color. They begin to grow and root in place as they should be. They are no longer entangled in rocks and dead ends as they begin to crack into the floor and go along the walls rather than through it, and start to reach up through the stump that is going through the ceiling. As the light begins to shine brighter, it begins to crack, and you hear a split from the ring that was holding it in place. The ring that was surrounding the shard breaks off as the shard now completely fits into the pedestal and begins to socket, and you hear it sink into the stone. The bluish energy that was trapped inside now releases out of the tree and begins to completely cover the tree as it floats up in between the branches and tries to find a way out. As you guys see this blue energy, you start hearing whispers of voices past. You can't make out what they're saying, but they're whispering to you. But you feel calm as you start hearing this language you can't quite understand. Armos, this is the language of the dead. They're saying thank you. As the blue light goes and weaves in and out of branches, as simultaneously the bark begins to become its natural brown, healthy color all throughout the cave walls. Its roots go back to normal, and the tree begins to blossom leaves. The energy that is coming out of the crystal finds a path out, and as you look up, you see cracks in the opening where the tree is. You see a path that you can climb out of here. It illuminates a path.
Okay. Well, it looks like we can climb up to an opening.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't want to go back through that cave.
I was gonna say, Minus, we could go see your friend around the corner if we want. He's probably still there, right?
No.
In the distance, you see some tentacles. No.
Yeah, so I think we climb up.
Okay. Yeah. I think we start climbing, right?
Can I check the little altar in the tree to see if there's anything new about it before I leave?
So the tree looks
Is it
alive, and the shard that is socketed in the pedestal, you notice that its roots begin to cover the shard as it kind of holds it into place. Its roots are protecting the shard. You look into it, you can guess that this was probably the heart of the forest that was keeping everything clean and pure. because as you gaze into it, you also feel that calmness within you, the same calmness that you had with Melora.
As the roots cover the gem, I rip out a page from my book, write Minas was here, and stick it in the roots. Then I start climbing up.
The roots, as you place the page upon its roots, the roots grab it from either side and pinch it into place.
Circa whatever the date is.
You guys start to climb, and as you climb up through the trees, going through the cracks in the rock, you feel as if the tree is providing a path for you. You're climbing this tree with ease. You're not overreaching for branches, and you're following this blue tealish light that weaves in and out of the branches. And as you're climbing, you see blossoming leaves on the branches as you are climbing out, as if the tree is rebirthing itself. You climb all the way to the top as you feel warm air touch your skin, but you keep going as you find yourself in this foliage of new blossoming leaves as green starts to fill your eyes. You manage to make it to the top of the tree. At the top of the temple, you peer out and you can see the forest in real time returning to life, brown to lushful green. All the pale, withered trees turn back to their normal, healthy brown color. Branches rise back up towards the sky, leaves blossom into a lush green. The sight of birds over the treetops come into view shortly after the sounds of nature return to the area. For miles, what seemed like a gray picture now looks like a colorful oil painting. Around you is the flowing energy released from the shard, flowing upwards, weaving in and out of branches and into the sky. As it reaches the cloud line and out of sight, it calmly disperses, and the sight fills you with peace. The heat of the sun reaches you and warms your body and starts to dry your wet, damp clothes. It feels refreshing for being inside a cold, damp, wet cave. You realize that it's the first day of summer, and that is where we will end this arc.
Hey.
Yay.
Wow.
Damn, dude. That's just wild.
Woo!
Oh, baby.
You guys killed the beast lurking in the Riverwood Temple. How do you like them apples?
I mean, how do you like Drill's apples, bro? 187 damage, bro.
That's
Oh my
insane.
God.
There's a lot I want to say about it, but I'm going to save it for our after talk.
Oh, yeah.
We're saving for the after show. All right.
Well, yeah, no, but dude, that was good. I like it. And the whole, so like, this is, I guess, the part of like being new to D&D I still haven't grasped is like, if we didn't decide to go this way, we never would have found any of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we literally would have chose to do anything else, or maybe even not chase those things into the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wouldn't have happened anywhere else. This was unique to this area and what I considered a side quest.
A side quest? Okay.
I mean, the main quest was to go to the town of Doom. We'll talk about it on the after show.
After show.
Listen, everything you do is going to impact the world in some way, but this was a great one. I'm glad you guys ended up coming here. This is a part I had planned for a while. I didn't know if you guys were actually going to go through here because there were several ways you could have left the town of Gilfrow. Yeah, we'll talk about it in the after show. But that's it for episode 21, guys. We hope you had a blast. That was an epic fight. That was awesome.
Absolutely. And since it's the end of this arc, I do want to say thank you so much to the listeners and the reception we've got for these episodes. I don't have a lot of words, honestly. It's just amazing some of the nice things people have said about it, and the people have been tuning
really
in,
heartwarming.
subscribing.
It's wild to be a part of somebody's schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because like people are actively listening at 6 a.m. when we upload these episodes, and it's awesome.
Crazy.
like 6 a.m. I get an alert that we got like a couple of listens, like 3-4 listens at 6 a.m. is kind of nuts. So we're in that routine, and it's awesome.
I'm still in bed by then, man. That's
Same.
But yeah, we'll talk about it on the after show. Oh, by the way, all you guys are level 4 now. Woo! Ability
let's
scores.
go, dude.
We'll tell you which ones we take in the after show.
Or do we?
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go end here. Does anybody want to plug anything before we head out?
Nah, just we're hitting home again. We're coming out with new content on Twitch. Depending on what day this came out, we might have already been streaming stuff. So make sure you check it out. It's DND404 POD on Twitch.
Word. Jared, you got anything you wanna plug?
Nope. Follow us on TikTok. If you haven't, I'm sure you guys probably already have, but if you haven't, videos every day.
And follow Jared's Instagram for cute dog photos.
Oh, yeah. Cloud puppies.
Oh, also, I'll be posting the boss fight monster stat block in the spoiler section in the Discord, available to everybody if you guys want to use it in your campaign, somehow make it fit. But yeah, spoilers, so please don't ruin it for anybody else who hasn't listened yet. But yeah, that stat block will be in the Discord, free to use for everybody in the Discord. So be sure to check that out.
Dope.
Nice.
And that's where we'll end it. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you next time. Let's talk about Humbrea's Heroes.
Later.
And now it's time for Humbrea's Heroes. First up, legendary glassblower Man with Glass returns to South Trillis from the Heartland with new exotic glass vases, and he's running a special deal on them. Buy one at double the price, get the second one free. That's a hell of a deal if you ask me. Next up, we got Pascal, aka Chalkroll Darts. Not only the official artist of DND404, but a wild magic artist that sculpts the landscapes to her image. Legend has it she painted a few extra mountains next to Minus' home to give him a few more friends. Legendary basket weaver Joshua sent me some fan mail recently. Bag of Devouring. I can't thank him enough because now when I say something ain't my homework, I'm not lying. The Bag of Devouring is seen as a cursed item, but I see it for what it really is. Hungry. Thanks, Joshua. Lastly, we have Artemis. Artemis is a lone fighter class who wanders the lands of South Trillis, breaking those Nico kneecaps of giants that cross their path. Their words, not mine. Fun fact, I'm secretly scared of people who have anime profile pics. Please, please, please don't hurt me. And that's it for Humbrea's Heroes. Thank you so much for the support and the love. We really can't thank you enough. And if you're interested in becoming next Humbrea's Heroes, go ahead and check us out on the Patreon /DND404, or just go ahead and click the link down below. I'm sure we got it there. I'm almost positive we got it there. But anyway, thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next week. Bye!